Hello, Dr. Karen here. Welcome to another edition of the Spiritual Medicine Digest. For this week, the topic is infinite possibilities. Sounds pretty good, right? So before I go on, if you are on YouTube, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and then click the notification bell so every time I do a new video, you will be notified. And of course, if you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and share it to someone who is like-minded like you. So, this week's infinite possibilities topic is around the wisdom that in the quantum physics we're talking about here. Okay, so in the quantum, apparently all possibilities exist. Like there is no time, there is just the now, the meta present. That that's a term that my mentor uses, the meta present, which I really like. And so that means that how do we get our reality right now? Is it because we're paying attention to this reality? Isn't that interesting? What if we were to pay attention to something else or bring our focus to something else? At the end of the day, it's our consciousness that creates our perceived reality. Now, infinite possibilities tells us is there are infinite possibilities out there, including the new realities that are more dark and the ones that are more light, according to our human perception and what we prefer. Now, I personally prefer the ones that are more light, so the ones where we are enjoying our lives with each other, our community. There's love, joy, peace, harmony, prosperity for all, and I mean all, even the ones that we consider bad guys. I know. Sometimes I'll just trigger somebody by saying that, but I really do mean all. Now, here's the cool thing about human and human consciousness is that one of the things that our extraterrestrial off-world friends in certain different species have really, let's just say, appreciated about humans is our creativity, our ability to just create. Like, look at our culture of different kinds of arts and even sports, right? Like I was looking the other day at something that my husband was like going, "Whoa, this is amazing!" And it was just some wall trampoline sport. Like have you even heard of that, right? And they're just things that humans tend to stretch the boundaries, and that is something that is pretty impressive about humans and our ability to create and have ideas that come seemingly out of the ethers, and then we make it happen. I mean, even look at our technology, but not just our technology, right? Like, look at things beyond our technology. It's pretty darn amazing. Yes, there may be other societies and other worlds that have better technology or greater technology than we do. However, my personal experience is that sometimes even they will come to humans like myself and ask for help, because they can't really problem solve something, and they would love the creative human mind to be able to have an amazing and creative solution for them. And that's where we can really use this gift that all of us humans were given to help co-create, manifest, whatever you want to call it, that brand new reality that most of us desire, right? That love, that joy, that peace, that community, that prosperity. Everyone is doing what they love. Everyone is being compensated, money, energy, so that they can enjoy whatever it is they want to enjoy, whether that be, going to Norway and being in a glass igloo and watching the Northern Lights, right? Or it could be something like I had a dream years ago. I think maybe I'll refresh that dream, where, there's like a tour for adult figure skaters. And this tour leads us to different countries and towns and lakes and, natural settings. And we just figure skate for fun. And why not do a whole tour of the whole world that way, right? As of this moment, I'm not aware of any tour company that does that, but why not? Why not create it in our mind? And here's a really neat thing too, is just because we're creative, it doesn't mean that we have to be the ones to actually implement it. In other words, we can create it in our minds, hey, this would be really great. And then the universe and its engine, if you will we'll find the right people, the right influence to be able to create it for us. So in other words, I do not personally have to organize this trip. You know, somebody else can organize the trip and I can just go, oh, I'd like to go there, right? And it'll be perfect for me because I've already created it in my mind. So using our creativity actually connects us to that infinite possibility. And so infinite possibility is in the ethers, in the singularity, in the 0-point field. Creativity is like that bridge that brings, you know, that consciousness into a geometric form, which then manifests into the 3D, into our so-called reality. Pretty cool, huh? And one of the ways that I love to manifest, well, there are many ways, but one of the ways when I'm by myself that I love to manifest is, and that could be even when there's a problem, right? And I don't know the solution. I don't know how to fix the problem. It'd be like, Dr. Karen, can you give us, you know, a point-by-point document on how to solve the world's economic crisis or whatever crisis they've decided that it's going to be on the news that week, right? Like, I'm not an economist. I'm not, you know, so I probably couldn't come up with the step-by-step on how to do that. The universe will probably know how. What I can do is say, this is what it feels like. This is what it looks like when we have that result. Just like when I'm manifesting that beautiful skating trip with other beautiful adult skaters, I'm feeling into, I am seeing, I'm embodying already having done that or been there, etc., etc. And in stillness, one of my favorite things and tools to do, in stillness, I can actually seed the quantum, remember going from infinite possibilities, and create, hence creativity, right? Create a scenario of what it is I wish to experience in the so-called future, and allow the universe, there is a word allow in there on purpose, allow the universe to help me. So what I'd like to do today for the TOLPAKAN Healing Activation is really do some clearing of whatever might be blocking this creativity, and also blocking the universe being allowed to help us and support us in our manifesting, and to be open to infinite possibilities. So if you are ready to receive and you would like this activation, what I'd love for you to do first is tune into your body. If it's safe for you to do so while you're listening to this, you can close your eyes, and then you can rub your hands really fast together just to get the chi and energy moving, life force moving. This is the kind of beginner way to get into the stillness space, using stillness through observing internal movement. And then relax your hands, keep your eyes closed if it's safe for you to do so. And then feel the energy waves going through the body, inside the body. Focus, feel, and follow that flow. Wherever it is, it could be going up your arms, it could be in your heart, it could be in your gut, it could be in your feet, it doesn't really matter. Just kind of notice where it goes. And then I'm going to say several TOLPAKAN healing directives to direct those energy frequencies that will help us with this healing. So just go ahead and continue monitoring your body and just focusing on that without judgment, without criticism. Just let it be. Here we go. I now command that any blocks or things in the way for us to fully allow infinite possibilities in our lives be healed and resolved in the highest and best way, all directions of time, with speed, ease, and grace. I now command that anything that is blocking or preventing us from being our true 100% creative selves in human form be healed and resolved in the highest and best way, all directions of time, with speed, ease, and grace. It's now commanded that anything preventing us from fully allowing and participating in the co-creative process with the universe, with the 0-point field, the singularity, heal and resolve that with ease, speed, and grace in the highest and best way. And let's go ahead and heal our relationship to infinite possibilities. Now, go ahead and heal our relationships to our ultimate creativity now. And let's go ahead and heal this for all timelines where we exist with speed, ease, and grace. Thank you. So you can open your eyes. Your eyes are closed. Go ahead. I'd love to hear how that felt in the body. Go ahead and give me some comments. And I love hearing from you, and I love reading these comments. So let me know if you feel a shift in your body. You may or may not, but I'd love to know whether you feel something in the body. And being fully present and being in the body and feeling the body is actually one of the stepping stones to being a masterful manifester. So a couple of announcements for this week. Number one, I have Nancy Pickard on the Light Warrior Radio podcast, and she's going to talk about her book called Bigger, Better, and Braver, and she helps people uncover their sabotaging beliefs buried in their subconscious minds so they can free themselves of the hold that mind has on them and move beyond their fears. And what's really interesting about this podcast that we recorded is that, how do we uncover our disempowering beliefs? And she's going to give us a tip on that, how to maintain healthy boundaries. All of us could use that as well. We're also talk about, scripts, how to ask for things in a script form of things that you could use in a non-conflictual way, and how to get out of emotional autopilot and live in the present moment. And one of my favorite parts was how to use fear as a motivating agent. Because sometimes we're like, fear is bad, fear is bad, fear is bad. Actually, fear can be useful. So if you'd like to learn more about that, I'll put the link near this video. It's going to air on Monday at 12 noon Eastern. And then if you can't make it, that is fine, because that link will automatically record and you can listen to it at any time in the future. And she has a really cool test. It's like an online test called the Leaky Boundaries Self-Test. So we're going to put that link here as well so you can check out her website. So some cool stuff, new stuff before I go today. Number one, I did an interview with Darius on U-Wealth Revolution on December 14th, and that replay is going to go on till the rest of the weekend. And that was really fun. In fact, Darius is like, I think that interview is better than the first one. So we kind of dove deep into, what is the 4 P's relationship transformation formula? What does it entail? We did some healing. We did an interdimensional relationship healer harmonizer protocol there. So I'd love for you to receive that. I'll put that link as well so you can listen to the replay, and whatever healing we do, you can go ahead and receive as you are listening to it. And if it moves you, if you feel resonant with what we talk about, love to have you as part of the Relationship Healer Harmonizer program, Package B's live group sessions starting Friday, today. So there's four, and we have them on different days, so in different time zones, so everyone can make at least one of those, hopefully all 4. And that'll be really great, because we're actually going to ask you what you'd like to work on so I can tune in and intuit what it is we are doing group healing beyond what's in the Package A Relationship Healer Harmonizer program. Yeah. So the next thing I want to share with you is usually on Wednesdays at 12 noon Eastern, I meet every single week with my Health Freedom Tribe. It's a tribe of like-minded souls who meet every week so we can talk about some of the things that we are more or less not allowed to talk about on social media and other platforms, things that concern us about what's going on in the world. And we talk a lot about, natural wellness. And it's not always easy to get a hold of me. So for me to commit to 12 noon every single week has been really great. So I can just chat like casually, with these people. And it's been really, really amazing. Vice versa, learning from them. They're learning from me. And we support each other. And the week coming up, we actually have Kathy Homeyer, one of my besties, going to talk to us about Germanic healing knowledge and why we never have to be afraid of getting sick again. Yeah, pretty powerful stuff, right? So if this interests you, if you're into health freedom, you're a health freedom advocate, you're a health freedom champion, then would love for you to join us in the Health Freedom Tribe. So I'll put that link in there. It is $33 a month, and you get to talk to me usually 4 times a month, 4 hours. hours. We do have special guests. So in this week we have Kathy as a special guest. I'll be interviewing her. You get to ask her questions. How does that work? You know, she's going to show us some charts and really cool things. So it's nice and intimate and casual as well. And you're going to learn a lot. I think you're going to love it. So please join us in the Health Freedom Tribe if this resonates with you. And last but not least, the Healthy Habits, Healthy Life video. Oh my gosh, only got a few left. The one from last weekend was around future pacing. So if you're like, what is that? Definitely check that out. I'll put the link near this video as well. And so that is it for this week's Spiritual Medicine Digest. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember to subscribe and to hit the notification bell. And remember to comment as well what that activation was like for you. And I look forward to chatting with you next weekend. Okay, bye for now.